got all these Christmas presents. Look, if I just put them down, I'll go out if you like. I'll go out the room. You can just take them and go. Look, I've got some money too. There's not much, but I'll just get.
Will you stay where you are? I said that once, didn't I?
What do you want?
Nothing.
Then just go.
Oh, sounds easy, doesn't it?
What?
You've seen me, ain't you?
That doesn't matter.
Oh, I bet.
Look, I won't tell anyone. Look, honestly, I give you my word. Look, these parcels are going to slip. Can I put them down? Are you all right?
I feel sick.
What?
I think I'm going to throw up.
Well, there's a loo in the hall.
Is that dinner?
My second ham and cheese. I'm working late.
Garage or committee?
Garage? David, has Adam said anything about that to you, about the time I'm spending on the appeal?
Not to me, no.
Because it's in my own time.
Have you told him that?
For all the good it does. He talks as if I'm spending my real energy on the committee.
Aren't you?
What he really doesn't like is me recruiting you to chair the committee.
That could be true. I had a talk with Percy Dobson a little while ago. He was talking as businessman to businessman.
The mentally handicapped are bad for business.
He has property in the area.
He's got a councillor or two in his pocket, I'll bet.
Such a thing is possible, yeah. Will there be councillors at the meeting?
Well, they're invited, but they'll hear from themselves officially afterwards anyhow. But even if the meeting goes well, even if the official council hearing goes well, they could still vote against it.
Adam said we'd make some enemies. Still, if Percy Dobson's against it, we must be on the right track.
You didn't even pick up the phone.
No.
Why is that?
Well, I said I wasn't going to ring anyone.
That was just to get shot at me, though, wasn't it?
What?
I mean, when I had the chance, I thought... Sorry.
What?
About all this.
Well, I can't really say that it's all right. Why did you do it?
I don't know. Honest, I just don't know. I was walking past and it was dark and everything. I went round the back of the house, looked through the windows and that. It was obvious there was no one about, so before I knew, really, I bashed the window in and climbed through.
And then I drove up.
No.
What then?
I was stood there a hell of a time.
Stood?
Yeah, once I got in, I just stood. Didn't go nowhere. None of the other rooms, and I didn't touch nothing. I was sort of... I don't know how to put it, really. Kind of weak. I just got myself together when I heard your car. Well, that was it. It's just as though I froze. I wanted to scarper, but my legs wouldn't move. Daft, innit?
Well, look, have you ever done anything like this before?
No, never.
Then why now?
Well, I said, didn't I? I don't know. Oh, they're play hell.
Who?
Me mum and dad. Times have gone on about it.
What?
Staying out of trouble and all that.
Oh, you've been in trouble before, then?
Well, no, that's the point. I've never done nothing. It's just that they're scared I might. I mean, there's a lot of it about, isn't there, with kids these days?
Yes.
And they go on about it. Die of shame. That's what me mum said.
Look, what's your name?
What do you want to know that for?
Well, I've got to call you something, haven't I?
You know, you just get on with what you have to do, missus. Doesn't matter who I am.
Do?
I'll phone the fuzz and that.
Well, look, maybe we don't have... in here. Look, it's all right.
Ah. Good evening.
He was in here when I came in.
Here?
Yes.
In the house, you mean?
Yes.
Was he indeed?
Look, Adam...
It's not your day, is it, sunshine?
Look, Don...
Breaking and
listen.
entering. Did he take any of the Christmas
No,
stuff?
he didn't take anything.
Well, he didn't have time,
Look,
did he?
his first time. It is.
Oh, that's his story, is it? A good little lad at heart, are you? Just stepped off the straight and narrow as your contribution to the Christmas festivities. I think you'd better sit down.
Look, darling, I think we could just talk about this.
You out of your mind? Please, please.
Come in.
Ah, Matt told me you were in here.
Oh, what's your problem?
Oh, it's not my car. No, it's a personal matter, Mr. Hooper. I understand you're protesting the change of use on the Willoughby Road house.
Yeah, well, that's Maeve's thing, really. I just do the donkey working.
Oh, very commendable. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, I'd like to offer my help. That handicap committee has some influential people behind it, some important donors. Well, I don't think that's fair. I mean, they claim to be for the underdog. It's the ratepayers of the underdog these days.
So what's your interest in?
Well, I've done up a couple of detached houses in Aldridge Road. 6 lovely flats. And I'm paying rates on all of them at the moment.
Comes from the heart, eh?
Well, that committee has got financial reserves. Enough to print all those glossy leaflets and posters. My friend Mr. Tickner's making a pretty penny out of them.
Glad to hear someone's doing well, anyway.
Well, now, postal expenses, printing, I'm prepared to assume any costs on our side.
Very neighbourly, I must say. Anyway, I'll talk to the lady when she comes in.
Thank you very much.
I'm here, if I'm the lady.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstand it.
Yes, I heard you were visiting.
Well, from Mr. Hunter.
Yes.
Oh, well, I just had a bite in the cafeteria, and then I thought I'd stop in on the off chance.
To talk to Sid.
Well, perhaps we might have a little chat, Miss Metcalfe.
Well, now's as good a time as any,
Yeah, well,
I
I'll go
suppose.
do
And don't
some work.
scarper away, Sydney. You and Mr. Dobson appear to have an understanding, I think. What would you like to chat about?
I wonder if a compromise is possible.
What sort of a compromise?
You haven't raised all the cash you need, have you?
No.
Perhaps if you were to choose some other house in a neighbourhood better disposed to your plans, I would be willing to make a contribution, and I know others who would as well.
When you say a neighborhood better disposed, you mean one that isn't being developed so heavily? And would anyone in that area be better disposed to us after your hate campaign?
I'm sorry you feel that way. Perhaps the committee would feel differently.
I'll put it to them. But if we have to take money to hide, we might as well pack it in.
We'll fight you. The residents will fight you. Why put your people into a position they can't win? Think about it. Goodbye.
Look shy.
Don't say anything, Sydney. Don't say anything.
It was the best thing. It was the only way, truly. It was a bit fanciful, that idea of yours, letting him walk away. I mean, it's not fair to him or to anybody else. These things have got to be handled properly. You can't mess about, Joe.
He didn't seem such a bad kid. Well, he didn't. I mean, I was with him long enough. I ought to know.
He was laying it on, darling.
Oh, I'm a fool, am I? I can just be taken in like that. What's going to happen? I mean, did they say anything?
Yeah, be in court in the morning, breaking and entering. Come on. You're too lovely, that's your trouble. You want to see good in everybody. It's no use looking if it's not there.
We don't know that. I mean, how could we? He said his mum would die of shame.
Well, he should have thought of that, shouldn't he?
Yeah, cheers.
Crunch time then, is it?
Yeah, you think you got problems, mate? I got Dobson bellowing in this ear, Sharon in the other ear.
So what do you think?
Well, trouble is, Dobson's backing Maeve all the way on this. So, you tell me.
You don't mind if I have a cup of tea, lads?
Come in, love.
yourself, fresh one.
I just wanted to see you about this invitation to supper, that's all.
Well, from me.
There's your answer then. Off to have a look at that Merc.
Leave it alone, mate.
From Maeve. Very kind. Do you think next Wednesday be okay?
I don't know. Tuesday, she goes to bingo. Wednesday should be all right. Although, wait a minute, Wednesdays, there was something about her going down to see that old Ma Flood down in Gable Cottage, down at the other end of the village. A queer sort of place. You wouldn't get me down there.
Ma Flood?
Yeah.
A friend?
Yeah, she's some sort of medium, you know, spiritualist or something.
A medium?
Yeah, you know, is there anybody there? All that table rattling business. Yeah, but they say she's seen some funny things, this Ma Flood. What do they call it? Proving survival or something?
Do they? Thursday, then? Ah. I'd like to talk to her about that.
I'll have a word with her for Thursday.
She got it into her head that he should be let off, scot-free.
I'm not with you.
Walk away. Naughty boy. Don't do it again.
She wanted that.
Yes, more or less.
And what did he do when you arrived?
Well, nothing, really. He just sort of stood. I mean, she said he'd been sick. I mean, I half wanted him to make a move so I could have taken him apart, but he didn't give me that satisfaction. He just sort of stood. Oh, she'll be in later, by the way.
No. Give her a ring. Tell her to take the day off. I'm sure she can do with it.
Oh, no, she's fine, but he's in court this morning. She wanted to be there.
Oh?
Well, he said something to her about his dear old mum, and that sort of got through like a shaft of sunlight. I tried to tell her that he was laying it on, but...
And you think he was?
What do you think?
Come in.
Hello.
Hello.
I didn't think anyone would be here.
Well, it's my afternoon off. Well, what you got there?
Some posters. I've just picked them up from the printers. They're by my school. Benny's coming round later with a staple gun. He's going to put them all over the village.
Well, let's have a look then. Come on.
Right. Now, Sharon said we've got to get people's attention.
Well, I think you'll do that all right. Trust Sharon. Well, I'm not criticising.
No.
Do you think she'll get it then?
What?
This job, house parent or whatever it's called.
Do you mean she's going to run the house herself?
Well, yes. Didn't you know?
No.
Oh, it's funny. She said she'd talk to you about it.
Well, I didn't realise she meant herself. She asked me if somebody like her could do the job.
Oh. I wonder if they'll have Nina there as well.
Is this house for Nina?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, the thing is, she's that pent up at the moment. I mean, she's working late. She comes back here. She's writing letters till all hours and always making lists. Every time I walk in this room, she's making lists.
Well, you saw how impressed she was with the house in Castlewyck. She was really excited, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, she cares about the others, but... Well, this is really for Nina. It's all for Nina, and if it doesn't work out, she's going to get hurt.
Oh, I don't think she's afraid of getting hurt.
Of course she's not. That's why she's always getting hurt.
All right, I'm coming. Ow! Oh, Miss Lou, come in.
Kevin, I'm sorry to be so impatient, but there's a bus in 5 minutes. I know it's Cass days.
She is out, I'm afraid.
Oh, have you hurt yourself?
No, it's all right. Can I do anything for you?
Oh, well, like I said, it was Kath I was after.
Yeah, well, she's gone shopping with Glenda in Brum. Any message?
Oh, I wanted to make a date with her for Wednesday.
Yeah, well, she'll be back about 6, she said.
Mrs. Flood, in the village. That's the evening she does her séances.
Is Kath interested in all that?
I don't know. But I was hoping she might come with me for a bit of moral support. Might help to take her mind off things.
More likely to put her mind on things. She's been in a very emotional and vulnerable state lately, as well you know.
Bit of comfort, that's all.
Yeah. Could do nothing but harm. Open up old wounds.
Depends on how you look at it.
Well, if you want to meddle with that lark, that's your affair, but can I ask you as a favour not to involve Mum? There's been enough trauma around this house lately to last a lifetime, and my wife's having a baby.
I'll leave you in peace, then. Perhaps you'll be good enough to tell her I called.
Yes, mind how you go.
Has Sharon said anything about fostering Nina?
Not in so many words, no.
Because I'm not sure now.
Yeah, you said.
Well, I said it wasn't going to be permanent. It may not happen at all now.
So what's changed?
Trev and I, we're going to live together.
Oh.
You're the first person I've told.
Oh, well, that's great, but have you settled all your differences? I mean, is Nina going to come and live with you?
Everything's going to be all right now.
Oh. When did all this happen?
Last night.
Well, of course, Sharon's going to be... Well, I was going to say disappointed. I mean, she'll be happy for you.
She'll be disappointed. I know that. But she's not losing something she has.
Do us a favour, will you? Stick your finger on that. Thanks. Thanks. Nasty bruise?
Oh, I fell over. It was an accident. Trevor and I were having a row.
Trevor did that to you?
Oh, he didn't mean it. He doesn't know his own strength. He was just trying to make a point.
Looks like he made it.
It doesn't hurt. It's nothing, really. I told him to go. For good. Not even to phone. If he didn't want Nina, there was no point in carrying on.
So he hit you?
Well, he just shook me to try and get through to me.
To get through to you? For wanting your own daughter?
Well, I said other things besides. That he was selfish. That he didn't care about me. He was just using me.
And that shows he cares?
Yes, in a way. He said he was sorry.
Does this happen often?
No, never. And he was really sorry. You should have seen him. It was after that he said we could go and live with him. Hasn't a bloke ever raised his hand to you?
I wouldn't let any man do that to me. And you shouldn't either.
He was just trying to stop me going, that was all.
Has he ever hit Nina?
No, of course not. Just me. Just that once. Please don't tell Sharon. Please.
Why not?
Because she's going to ask the same things that you have.
Look, you're all going to be living under the same roof together. Sometimes he'll be on his own with Nina. It's all very well trying to get through to you, but what if he tries to get through to Nina? She's very difficult to get through to sometimes.